Yeah. Just in time. Just in time. Alright. Looks like we are live and ready to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Champions of Narr'tor. And tonight, our brave heroes have finally entered the White Barren Woodlands, known to the dragon that came to the War Council meeting as the Forest of Infinities. Let's join our heroes as soon as Guti gets into the game.
Helps that I'm just not just sitting on the roll 20s. I have like 50 tabs.
All right. Got this nice heroic theme going, and
many have
looks like
come,
that's-
many have gone.
mm-hmm.
Our last heroes are ready to fight the dragon.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, last time on Champions of Narr'tor, our heroes met with many of our previously met friends, members of the War Council, members of the Dwarven Nation, who outfitted our friends with some good gear. Actually, Alvor, I actually forgot to add this to your sheet.
Oh,
change
the shield.
Change your shield. It now deals 1d8 plus 12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll just label that the Bandersnatch shield. The Basher Snatch!
The Basher Snatch.
Oh shit, there
The
it
Basher
is.
Snatch. Oh boy.
Just be careful not to get that backwards.
Oh,
It works either way.
a lot of quills.
Oh, I thought you meant like say the syllables backwards. I was like, well, no, that still works. That's fine.
No,
hold your
no.
shield the right way.
Now you get it. That took you a second. You
Got it.
Got him. Oh boy. All right. So
Oh,
We
God,
have
this is the
all of
best
our-
thing, the Basher Snatch. I'm so happy about this.
So you're just walking around with this massive it's still a light mithril shield, but it's got like these massive like purplish spikes on them now.
Perfect.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's
And now
pretty
I got
fucking
big old
badass.
claws.
Yeah. All right. With that in mind, let's go ahead and let me drag y'all over to what will be a familiar sight for the next couple of sessions, I imagine.
Oh, it's huge. Oh, God.
Welcome to the Forest of Infinities.
Uh-oh.
Da, da, da.
So, I believe I showed it last session, but I'll go ahead and show it for folks who weren't there last time. As our heroes entered the forest, this was the sight that they were met with. Just trees and an eerie calm about the entire place. As they made their way inside.
So, I suppose we might as well just get started. So first things first, I'm going to ask Wuten, am I currently seeing at twice distance because of my low light?
I believe you should be. Let me double check. I think.
Okay.
Yes,
It'd be nice if
you
they just had a
are.
little
You are
box
set up
for it.
for low light vision. Your token is set up for that.
Okay, so one of the first things I want to do is I want to go ahead and put on my mining.
All right. I will give you.
I haven't had to use this boy in a while. Think.
So it's a mining helmet. It just lights up like a torch. Normal.
I forget. Let me go take a look-see. And in addition, spending my key points to give myself my natural armor, and to give all
Alright.
3 of us unshakable zeal. They all last for 18 hours. So
Unshakable Zeal!
Hey!
yes.
Got them.
Got them.
I'll go ahead and post
God, it is
what it
huge.
does.
That's what she said.
What? Oh, I was about to say. I was like, excuse me?
Excuse me? Also, guys, for the viewers out there, ignore the numbers. I've told this to the players already. Ignore the numbers. The map was literally so big, I could not save it as like a player map normally. So I just had to copy and paste the actual map that it gave me. So ignore the numbers. They are not important.
A smaller version of the bullseye lantern provides normal light in a 30-foot cone and increases the light step by 1 in the area beyond that out.
So a 30-foot cone, and then dim light up to 60 feet?
Yes, as a cone.
Okay, so a cone, that would be about 120 degree. Or, wait, let me readjust that. Slightly. Yeah, there we go. Something like that.
Perfect. And I can definitely tell that my low light is working, so cool.
Yeah. Should be able to look at that just fine.
Yep, I can certainly see it.
All right, excellent. In that case, let's just jump into it.
Yeah. Forward. I could whip out my. Sorry, I could whip out my sun rod if that'll help.
I mean, you need to be able to see as well, and yours is an area rather than a cone, so.
Yeah. Excuse me while I whip this out.
While you whop it
And
out.
we will tie it to your backpack.
Yeah, that'd work. I could put on my shield too. Actually, that'd be
What the heck?
pretty good. Because that way I could keep it out of my face.
But wouldn't it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter as long as Wuten's okay with us tying it to something.
Yeah.
In general, I guess.
Swear.
1 second.
I went ahead and posted what Unshakable Zeal does in main campaign for you.
Okay.
Which I also just realized can be very useful against effects that continuously work that you get saves against every turn. So
That's
that
pretty
actually
good.
could be helpful. Mm-hmm.
Two.
So, like, if you're full attacking and you miss an attack, your next attack gets +4 to hit.
Nice.
And if you, like, say, like, someone used Hold Person on you or something like that, and you get a save every round, if you fail the first one, you get +4 on the next attempt. So.
Nice.
And if for some weird reason you get feared, you can say nope and just dismiss Unshakable Zeal instead.
Nice.
I
Oh,
need to
cool.
turn
Yeah.
that off real quick.
Okay. So this should work now. I had a weird error where it was just randomly bugging out on me. But it should be
That's
playing the
interesting.
music normally now.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the music's playing, so.
Yeah, it should be now.
So I guess the next thing was that Alvor was going to tie a sun rod to his backpack or to his shield and
Mhm.
strike it on so that it's, I believe it's 20 feet with a sun rod. Oh.
Yep. This lights up like a torch. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah.
Random question: does... Wait a minute. Hold up.
Hmm?
You don't need to do a sunrod. Your sword literally fucking glows.
Does it?
Oh
Like a
yeah,
torch.
it does. Yeah.
Motherfucker,
you're-
this is the best thing ever.
You draw Oathkeeper, and it lights your way.
Yeah, there you go. Lightsaber sounds.
Alvor's fighting and he's just making lightsaber sounds.
Now he has to
Brilliant.
have a fight over the lava pits with the opposite, with Oathbreaker. That sword Oathbreaker with that Morgala's wielding. And they
It's
can
over,
just-
Morgana! I have the high ground!
Oh boy. That's
Literally give you the perfect reason to play Duel of the Fates. Oh gods. Anyways, so yeah, definitely want to give him his free torch. And then after that, what do you guys want to do? We are now in the forest, which also strangely looks like a cave, but we'll ignore that.
Well, I see a little like number. I don't know what that little thing in the ground is, but it looks like a number 1, and so it's reminding me of Minesweeper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. Oh shit, guys, watch where you walk. There are mines. Remember, like the traps in the cave in the mines back in Renfall.
Remember the mithril mines? I'm bringing it back.
So one on the corner. It's a mine. It's a mine.
I'm bringing it all back.
All right. Yeah, forward, I
Oh,
guess.
there it is. Oh my god, I was trying to find where we were, and it's like, oh,
The same. You'll say.
Oh.
it's also
There we
it's
are.
also because I'm against some nasty lag too, which isn't helping.
Oh.
Oh. That
Alright.
might be the map. That might actually be the map. Sorry.
It probably. I have the same.
I don't
issue
know
with another-
what I did, but I was able to somehow maintain the fidelity of my Dungeon for Evil and still kind of keep it running to some degree. I just don't remember what I did. Something about the format, I think, but anyway.
It might have been that you use a lot of smaller pieces rather than one big piece for the
Nope,
map.
I just dragged the whole thing in there.
Oh shit. Well, all right then.
But I remember, I think I did something in order to decrease its size. I just don't remember what I did.
You
Like to
might
decrease
have
its total file size.
Yeah,
so.
decreased its file size. Yeah, that might have been it.
I know what I did. There was something about dragging it into GIMP, and then you can like decrease the quality. But you don't
Yeah,
have to
the
decrease
quote-unquote
map
quality.
Size.
Yeah.
Yes. And by doing that, it decreases the size, but it still generally maintains a similar level of quality. So
Okay. Interesting. I'll need to
I
get me
don't know
GIMP once
exactly what
again.
it does, but
I need to get my GIMP once again after all these years. Anyway, shall we continue?
yes. Sorry, that was me going on a rant.
That's okay.
Does Alvor have his glow on him?
It should be the same. It's just sunroll. We'll just keep it. Should be fine.
There we go.
No, your a sunrod is 20 feet. The torch is 30 feet. So
Yeah, but we could just pretend.
okay. I'm only asking because extra light is always helpful. So
That's true.
I mean, I could have both. Right? There's no reason I couldn't.
well, yeah, you're right.
So, while I did not pick out a staff or a wand, which is on me, I did pick up a scroll that I thought might come in handy here.
Hmm.
I will post that spell in this chat because it will last us 10 hours. I'll post it in game time.
All right. Game time.
Communal Phantom Steed.
Communal Phantom Steed. Interesting.
Rather, I think I can divide it hours among this.
Among each of us, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 3 steeds. Duration is 1 hour per level. So 6 hours for each steed.
You can actually just split it between the two of you. I'm probably just as fast, if not faster. So
True.
Interesting.
I'd be happy to just run because on me.
I figure these can be helpful because the terrain could be a little awkward at times. Who knows what's going to happen in here? Could help us avoid like swampy or terrain that would decrease our speed otherwise. So.
Or should we have a need for a very quick movement across an area? It makes sense, yeah. It'll be useful to have should we need it, absolutely. So, all right. Well, unless there's any objections, I'm going to start looking around. I know you guys probably can't see me looking, but I can.
Do you want to?
I got dark vision, so.
Dark vision.
Alvor's not jealous with his human stupid eyes.
Look with your special eye. So, with my low light and my mining helmet, I'm looking down this upper corridor, and it looks like a dead end. But could I make a perception check to look down that path in the woods? I want to see if there's anything unusual on the ground, if there's or if there's actually a path through the trees or anything like that.
Go ahead, roll perception.
Okay.
All right, 29. You don't see anything really of note out there. It just looks like more trees to you. Nothing seems to catch your eye in particular. It's mostly just trees, underbrush. It's a forest. There's going to be areas where it's just forest.
There we go. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey!
I was confused for a second.
Did you hear me?
No, I did not. I'm sorry. My truck turned back on, and I left my Bluetooth on, so it reconnected to the radio.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
You are basically it's basically what you would expect. You don't really see anything of note out there. It just looks like trees and underbrush. Nothing seems to catch your eye of any note. But
okay, and does it look like the trees get too thick to go further that direction?
Yes. Yes, the tree, you cannot see past a certain point.
I mean, I'm a monkey. I can just climb trees.
I mean, you
we'll
could.
Have to consider that in the future.
Yeah.
For now, I don't want to abandon you guys, because that's a bad idea. Wait a minute. Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, we could just all just move as a group, just through the thing. I don't think we didn't do anything too fancy.
Yeah, the only other thing I might ask is if you guys would like me to scout ahead using my my empty body, but that's up to you guys.
I'm not too worried. Famous last words.
Say not too worried. We're level 18 in a forest dungeon. That's
all right.
I am gonna hop on my flight broom though, and just like not go high up, but
just be floating.
Just float.
Just gliding, just hovering along. It's like overland flight, but you know.
Yeah.
What's that? Should we go look at that? The number one?
It's nothing. It's nothing. Literally nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wuten was saying in main campaign, just don't pay attention to it because he
those numbers. Off.
Sorry, yeah, those are the numbers.
Right. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it doesn't matter in terms of stealth in this dungeon anyway, because we're going to be seen by everything, because we are glowing bright, all of us, so might as well just start moving. I will go ahead and go first. I will scout ahead.
Okay.
That is true. All right. Gonna go there.
And take advantage of my mining helmet as well as Alvor, what little of Alvor's light I can see. I see something.
Ooh.
So,
what is
question
this?
in regards to my perception check from earlier.
Yes.
What are the sounds and the smells that we have while we're here? What am I hearing? What am I smelling? How does it feel under my feet?
Okay, so the forest itself sounds like what you would expect walking into like an actual forest at like a nature preserve or something. You hear birds chirping. You hear
Flowers
wind
are blooming.
rustling the trees. You feel like almost a wetness of the ground underneath you, as this area has not had sunlight and therefore has not had a lot of sunlight and therefore is still moist ground. And so when you step and you feel like the dirt and the leaves underneath you, it's like a moist, soft dirt.
Okay. Not too bad, just moist and soft. Got it.
Mm-hmm. It's a normal, for all intents and purposes, this seems like a normal forest to you.
Other than being very thick.
Yes, other than being very thick.
So, I'm going to go ahead and... So, I forget, do we have any form of telepathy?
No.
Whisper, right? Or a message, right?
That is
Zayne has message, right?
Yeah, it's a message, but it's not telepathy per se. You still have to speak it or whisper
That's basically like a ranged whisper,
yeah.
Yeah. So, as long as you're keeping that up, I'll just assume that that's what we're doing.
Sure.
So, I was going to kind of hold up a hand and say, hold on a second. Hold on. I need to look at something. I'm going to make a perception check on what I'm seeing that appears to be piles of gold.
Pots of gold? Well, that's definitely not a trap.
Totally. Yes.
Zeal, your eyes strike true. That is indeed what looks to be a small pile of glinting gold in the underbrush.
Definitely a mimic, right? So let's...
So I'm going to whisper back to you guys. Yeah, I'm going to whisper back at you guys and just ask what you think. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I see just random piles of gold down the path over there. And I'll go grab my arrow and just point.
Float past you to get an eye for myself. Yep, that's...
Yeah, down this way.
Yep.
I actually don't need, I think we actually don't need gold right now. And I think like the possibility of this not being a trap of some kind is just about zero. Is there anything else down that way that's worth paying attention to?
Just to test the water, as 'twere, I'm going to take out my wand of silent image, and I'm going to cast a little a little forest critter, a little bunny.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Cute little bunny.
All right, I'm just gonna duplicate you right here.
All right,
I'm just gonna duplicate you there.
That works. So this is the fish bunny.
Yeah, it's a fish bunny.
Okay.
Well, the fish bunny is gonna he's gonna hop. He's gonna twitch his nose a little bit. Hop. He's gonna sniff it. He's gonna sniff at the gold.
Flick its fins a little bit.
Yeah. Hop. Hop. What is the range of this spell? Close. I want to make sure I don't go too out of range.
You can get it out to like 115 feet, so you should be okay. No, I might be wrong. 5 feet per 2 levels, so...
What about there?
25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You can get it out to about 45 feet.
I need to check the range. Come on. Oh, it's long range. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you just...
all right then.
As long as it's in my line of sight, so we're just gonna... Hippity hoppity, here comes my boppity. Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Didn't get immediately eaten by a trapdoor spiders or anything, so
that's good.
That's good.
That is a good thing.
Still, I don't know if we need any gold right now. You know what I mean? We can just go past.
I'm mainly just seeing if there's anything that can be like drawn out because whatever if there is something in here, it has to make a will save to be able to identify this creature being fate. And if we see someone just like strike up, do you remember the spiders back in the other forest?
Oh yeah.
That was Silent Image doing its work again. We felt like, oh hey, there's some spooters.
Watch out for they got the cooter.
Just a trail of gold in this.
Well, the only other thing I could think to do would be to get a little closer, check for traps, and/or you'd use detect magic. I mean, might as well pick it up if it's just actually sitting there. But I'm just trying to think why it would even be sitting there.
Maybe on the way back, you know.
It's
probably teleporting out though. Huh?
It's a path. I'm seeing a path of piles here. So.
Here we go.
All right, so Goody, as you're
piece of candy.
So Goody, as you go along with your water bunny, they're not piles per se, but just little trickles of gold here and there, just in general, leading down this little pathway between the trees.
Okay.
Based on your little bunny's senses, you can't quite tell if there's anything waiting for you on the other end or not, but from what you can tell, these seem unguarded, unbooby-trapped. Nothing of the sort.
I'm going to go ahead and dispel my rabbit.
All right.
I will merely ask. Zeal will say, do you think perhaps this is the start of the trials they spoke of? Perhaps testing our greed?
Yeah, I'm going with a test, trial, traps. I say we leave it there for now.
Very likely.
Swing by on the way home if we really want to.
We didn't come here for money. We came here to stop this big war that's coming up. So.
Right. We might as well keep moving then, but which way?
We
Down the path of gold? Or...
We need money. I still have magic to sell, so...
So
right.
Which path then? The path of gold or the other one?
All right, Alvor, real quick. Sent you a PM in the game chat.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Do a /GM roll. I want to see yeah.
/GM roll?
Yeah. And then do the thing.
GM roll.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. Carry on.
Okay. Well, never mind. Party doesn't know that. Okay.
If you've been affected by magic, you know you've been affected.
Did I feel anything?
Unless there's some kind of weird other thing going on, you should. Did Alvor feel anything weird?
He didn't feel anything weird. He didn't feel anything weird on him. Nope.
Okay.
All right.
So, which way do we want to go? The path of gold or the other one?
Other one. This is
Yeah.
All right. If we're going to do the other one, I will go ahead and do the honors of moving forward. I am going to sort of look. I don't know if you guys can see me when I spin around, but I can see Wuten. When I spin around, I can see. So
yeah, we see that too.
You do? Okay.
Yep, we can see.
So I'm kind of looking down.
I'm following
There's
along
two
with
paths.
the viewers as best I can.
Which one do we want to go? I'm just going to say north or south.
But you don't know
North.
which one is which.
Arbitrarily. Completely arbitrarily.
Left or
that
right?
way.
Going left or right?
I'm not sure. You want to go left?
Sure.
Let's try that first. Yeah.
All right.
Arbitrarily.
Let me
Set
go
course
up to
for
the corner
due
here.
up.
Due up.
I did remember from last session they did say that they were gonna test our might against like the 7 sins.
Oh, did they? Oh shit! I'm glad you remembered.
I
Yeah.
just remembered that. Yeah.
Oh man, maybe some big titty bitches.
Well,
Well, we know what to. I know where to cast blindness on you. So.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
All right, it
I
looks
missed
like
this.
going up further this way is the best option because the other going to our right now looks like it would lead back down the other way. So I
Alright.
will.
Lead 'em.
So I'm moving quietly so that maybe something doesn't hear me, but there's no way I'm going to be not seen because of all this light. So I'll move quietly, but I'm not trying to tramp myself. But with the light I have, I know there's no problem.
Okay.
I will go up to this corner right here, and then I'm going to look around and make perception check.
Okay.
So, do I need to make any perception checks, or is everything still the same?
Make a perception check.
Okay. $35.
Same as before. All right. As you pass to this point, Which
point?
As you get to this point here that you just made.
Oh, okay.
The sounds of the forest tend to still out a bit. You don't hear the wind rustling nearly as much. You don't hear the sounds of critters as you make your way closer to this area. Do you choose to venture forth?
I will pass the message back to my allies, and then I will move up to this next point right here.
Once you pass the message, once you pass the message to them, they notice as well. The forest has quieted.
That was my question.
Okay, so there's two ways again, left and right. It kind of looks like the left way might either loop back or end. So I'm going to go to the right.
Okay.
I'm
Is it just you, or are you
wherever anyone else is, they can be, but
Right.
Yeah, just kind of
try and nav forward a bit here.
Not
if
so
necessary, I can easily get back to you guys. I'm very quick.
Hard to do if something paralyzes you, though, TBH.
Well, true. Going up, looks like there's nothing up. So it looks like the best thing to do is to keep going this way.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to move up to the next corner here. And I'm going to look around the corner. It is a dead end this way. Okay. With your light, it does look like the guy goes north there.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm going to move up to this next corner and I'll make a perception check. Right here. This quiet, Zeal will say, this makes me think of when the forest quieted when the Bandersnatch approached. Doesn't bode well.
Damn.
So I'm going to go ahead and make perception checks looking around this corner now, Wuten. As far down as I can.
Go ahead.
32 this time.
As before, the forest has quieted. You do not see anything that catches your eye as of yet.
Did the forest get even quieter, or did it get louder for a second there? And then it's
as you're delving deeper into here, even the wind of even the sound of the wind rustling through the trees has quieted. Nice.
That's what I said.
Jesus. Hey.
Oh god. You know what? Anyway. Okay, so everything's quieter. Do I see any animals, or are they all kind of avoiding this, seemingly?
They, you don't
Looking in
see
the
any
trees, any
rustling
birds?
in the bushes or anything. So, any indication of any small furry creatures does not exist here.
I'm going to roll to disbelieve the illusion of their sound. It's an illusion, I will bet you.
Okay. Roll a will save.
Nat 20!
Hey.
I just wasted my nat 20, probably. But
Oh well.
do I disbelieve the illusion, Wuten? I mean, if I wasted the 20, I wasted the 20, but... Did I actually
Okay.
catch on to something? Because I hear...
Okay, okay.
I mean, I can... So if you'd like, real quick, I
Mhm.
will... I'll give my reasoning as to why Zeal might even do this. First off, I know illusion magic exists at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
You do.
adventuring too long.
Yes.
I hear all these sounds of these creatures, even though it's somewhat muted, but I don't see any signs of them. That seems off. He's lived in a jungle his entire life.
This is
He
true.
would know all the little signs to look for creatures. He's not.
This is
seeing any.
true.
Something seems off.
He-
So that's
yeah.
that's why I made the will save.
All right. So, okay. So it doesn't suddenly rush back all of the sounds that you would hear with the sounds of a forest. But you definitely have a sneaking suspicion that something magical is up with this specific area of the forest, which is causing the lack of sound.
Okay. So as I'm approaching this corner and as I'm scanning around, I'm going to whisper back at them and I'm going to say, I'm going to talk more so to Zayne. Zayne, something's not right. I know what to look for in a forest. To see the creatures. There are none here. I hear them, but there's no sign of any of them. Not a thing. Do you think maybe there's something... I mean, obviously they had the trials in mind, but do you think that there's something else going on here, perhaps?
Trials were led by representative of this group was of dragon kin. So if there is ways of arcane about, then I'm going to bring detect magic online.
Okay.
Just gonna kind of, and as I do, it's gonna kind of look left, right, and just even up into the trees.
Okay.
I'll do a perception check too. Is it like night vision in daylight?
Essentially, yes. As you activate your detect magic, you're essentially over, like, this feeling of this sensation of magic is so overwhelming to your ocular senses that the detect magic spell actually fizzles out. I need you to make a quick fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, gods. Literally, your fucking eyes exploding with magic, just going, ow! Ah, shit!
I'm about to throw up all over the place.
It's like the fucking archmage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it was a... Okay, so...
I'm sorry, Goody. At least you wasted your nat 1, though.
Well,
until... Okay. So as of right now, Goody, let me get your token here. You are blinded.
Oh no.
You are blinded by the sheer magnitude of the amount of magic that just poured into your eyes at that moment.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Okay, that was a mistake.
Are you okay? What happened?
I knew that something like that might happen, but I didn't think it was going to be nearly that bad. He's gonna like reach out to see if he can find where one of you is standing.
Whichever one of us you want to touch, I guess.
I can't see. I don't know.
I'll just like grab him by the take him by the elbow or whatever.
Like on my screen, he like actually took away my visual. So.
Oh,
actually, here.
Oh damn.
Let me just. There we go.
Like put like.
That way
5
you can
feet
at
on
least
him or
see the
something.
ones that are next to you.
Okay.
You can't see? What? Did the magic do something to you? Did you?
It's really powerful. Like it's not the magic. It wasn't a spell that did it. It's just.
It's like it backfired.
All right. So
Shit.
when I try to detect magic, I can see like a little bit of glow coming off whatever is magical. Picture that all around you, but with the light of like 5 suns.
Wow.
And
No
a
wonder
hangover.
Something seemed. No wonder something seemed off. Does any of these? He's gonna look down at his bandolier. He's got potions all along it. You can't look at them. I don't know if any of these would do anything for you. I know I have a potion of lesser restoration, but he doesn't know if it would work or not. It doesn't, but it wouldn't solve blindness. And I don't think Cure Serious does anything except for hit points.
Yeah, that's just hit points.
The only
Heal
thing I could-
would do it, but...
The only thing I could think of is if I were to somehow be able to like use my sound stuff to. Wait a minute, echolocation is a spell. God damn it.
I'm just double checking any of my items, but I don't think I have anything that could help. So
Y'all got a blind fish on your hands now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not permanent. We don't know for sure either. Zayne doesn't have any spells that can do anything about it.
Let's see.
Does he perhaps have heal or lesser restoration or
Those aren't
one of his
spells,
songs maybe?
unfortunately.
One of his songs maybe?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see if I. Hold on.
Wuten, while we're kind of discussing what's going on, Zeal is going to continue to scan his surrounding. He's not going to stop.
So I
reading
do
it, so if
have
I need
this
to make a
spell
perception
called-
check. Let me.
I do
Okay.
have this spell called Purging Finale, which lets me end a song as an immediate action to cure a myriad of stuff.
Purging
says-
Finale only cures cowering, dazzled, exhausted, paralyzed, shaken, or
Paralyzed, shaken,
stunned.
stunned. Yeah. Okay.
No blindness.
Damn. Well, I guess it was worth a look.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless I can just try and straight up dispel it on myself, but that's a waste of a. That's almost kind of a waste of a 5th level spell slot for me.
yeah, I was gonna say the only thing if it's magical in nature that blinded you, but if you're like actually physically blind at the moment, it's not gonna do anything to help.
Yeah.
So, Shit. I almost want to say, maybe we should just turn around and come back later.
I say we keep going. He can just hang on to me. I can.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I can just if anything happens, I can just blindly buff and go for broke.
Just sing.
Just hop on my back and then we'll banjo kazooie this shit.
Nice.
Flap your fins. Give him that double jump. Anyways.
For that that end, I think I will get off the broom for now, and I'll just like hobble next to probably just hobble next to Alvor. Just. Ugh.
Well, I'm trying to think if we should continue this way, because something makes me think we should go from left to right, and we seem to kind of be going back up and around. What do you guys think?
Sure. Good
Keep
enough.
going this way or head back in the other direction? It looks like we're like looping back around, so...
I don't know.
All right,
I have not been drawing a
can't
map or
see-
anything. Maybe I should have.
You
Just
know
doodling
what?
something.
I'm just going to make an executive decision, and we will go back the other direction.
Yeah, good plan. Okay.
All right.
I will keep scouting ahead,
Yeah.
and you take
Z-
our...
Zayne got blinded. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. Do you want to just
maybe...
can you bind our tokens together somehow so we can just move together?
I think. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way that I can group it aside from like highlighting everyone.
I'll continue moving with you, even though I'm blind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That actually means, like, physically, you have to sit there and slow down so that he can keep seeing you and keep following you. So, actually, it kind of works thematically. So, all right. So I'm gonna keep going. I guess Wuten, let me know if I have to make a perception check. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going, and you can assume that I am perceiving. So,
All right.
so I was right by the looks of that. That goes down that way. Here. Look around. Yep, that is a dead end there. Hop around over here.
Oh, hold up. I just got.
Wait, hold up real quick.
Okay. Would you like me to move by 5 foot squares from here on out, or?
One moment.
Okay.
Zayne's got to roll a thing. So.
So as I round around a large stump,
Hang on. Did anyone else hear that?
Should I?
perception check?
Yeah, perception check.
Well, apparently I'm not rolling very well.
No, it was just back where we came from. I heard someone. I thought.
What does it
I
sound
will
like?
come back as I will come back as I hear him talking through the message
Oh,
and perceive back in the same direction that he's talking about.
I can't quite put my finger on who it was, but they sounded really familiar.
Whoever they were, why would they be here? There's no reason for whoever it would be to be here. As far as I know, we're the only ones.
Well, yeah, but think about it. This was supposed to be like our big trial. If there is someone back there, if there is something back there, but maybe...
I might honestly not trust anything that I hear in this forest. Not a thing.
Should we go investigate the sound or continue the way we're going?
Not like I'd be able to do anything about it.
Okay.
But
If you hear it again, let me know and try to pay attention to it. See if you can glean anything else from it. But otherwise, I would say we continue going this direction.
Yep.
We were looping back towards where we came from. That's not going, I would imagine, with a trial, it would be better to go deeper.
That's what she said.
Almost always how the ancient stories work. You must get to the darkness before you can find the light.
Yeah. I mean, if something mysterious in a forest tells you to come back, it's probably not.
Oh, is that what it said?
That's what I thought I heard.
My level of distrust went up by like Alvor levels.
He's so
Alright.
proud of you.
I am
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say we continue going the other
Lean
direction.
on. I need a lean on before I need a walking stick.
All right. Alvor, are you going to continue holding them on?
And Zayne's going to kind of go on with the and then Zayne's going to kind of, as we go on, Zayne's going to kind of continue on with like the logistics of it all. It's like, I mean, when you think about it, if it's a trial, maybe you're supposed to face the fear or the darkness. But if we're trying to get to the end of the forest, maybe we're trying to avoid it. But if we're avoiding it, maybe that's part of the test that they're not going to follow. You know what? I wish I could see.
You know what? I wish I could see. Wow.
Keeps my brain less
Okay.
busy.
So I'm going to move here because I know I saw a curve. Again, Wuten, just let me know. Unless you want me to just make them myself, but that's up to you.
You can keep going.
All right. I'm going to look this way. Let me move the dang map so I can see. Ooh, it goes really deep that way.
That's what she said.
You know what? I don't appreciate.
These lewd comments.
Just
Alvor
constantly through the whisper, I just keep hearing. That's what she said. That's what she said. Alvor, please, I'm trying to concentrate. All right, I'm going to move up to this next corner here,
Okay, do it.
All right.
and I'm going to look that further away, deeper in, towards the non-existent 77.
77. Nice.
Nice.
God damn it.
Okay.
And I'll look, see what I can see
Real
up here.
quick.
That is a dead
Real
end,
quick.
so it looks like the only way to go is this way.
Real quick.
Mhm.
Before
Yes, sir.
you move, stay there. As Alvor, as you... Actually, you know what? Alvor and Zayne make a
Mhm.
perception check.
Mhm.
As you're following Zeal.
Should I make one as well, or no?
This would be after you pass that point.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. You hear another voice. This time you can't quite make out what it was saying, but it seems to be coming from down this way, this opening through the trees.
What did it say?
You're not sure what it was.
Okay.
Wasn't quite distinct enough.
Was it
Just
the
heard
opening that
another
I
noise,
passed by?
and especially with a quiet and still forest, any noise would get your attention. But especially Zayne, since well, you know, blind
Heightened
and all.
hearing at the moment.
Yeah.
Something. See others right behind.
What? Where? He's going to look back. He's looking for danger when he says that.
Mhm.
Wish
you wanna-
I knew exactly.
Because he just hears Zeal something behind us and immediately just looks back off in that direction. Do I see anything?
At that point,
I'm looking
at
for
that
obvious
location,
threats.
no. At that location,
Okay.
no. You don't see anything.
Okay, I was looking for obvious threats when I heard him.
No.
What was it? Behind us? What was behind us? As I then look back this way.
Something moving in the brush. I could hear.
I'm gonna take a close look at all the brush around us. Since he said that. If I won't see anything, otherwise I'm just going to say we can.
Well, you did say there was another voice, but we couldn't make out.
Yes, there was a second voice that you heard, but you couldn't quite make out what it was saying.
It was another voice. I couldn't hear. I couldn't quite tell what it was trying to say.
Disembodied voices are never a good sign.
I'm going to try to use one of my performances to spook it off, but I don't think a lot of stuff might be spooked off in this forest.
Would knowledge religion do anything for me here, Wuten, in regards to them hearing voices? Or no? Do I know any religious stories? I do have history as well, if that would help, but I don't know.
Likely not. This seems a bit too far out from your historical knowledge.
What about something like Arcana or Nature to determine what kind of entity might live in a forest like this to...
Well, I was thinking the same for like
lure,
religion. I was
I
thinking
guess.
like if it's a ghost or something, maybe religion would help me. Religion's for undead in general. So
Right.
now, just knowing about disembodied voice, I mean, I just thought it's a stretch, but I thought I might ask.
Right. Go ahead and roll religion. Let's just see what you get here.
Okay. 23.
Okay. It doesn't sound like... Okay. Given that this forest is likely a very old forest, very... You don't hear a lot of stories of people entering this forest and coming out. And so...
Gotcha.
You can... With those numbers, I'll let you infer that maybe they didn't leave. Maybe once they entered, they couldn't get out.
They couldn't get out.
They slowly but surely ran low on food supplies, ran low on water, until they couldn't handle it anymore.
So, having these thoughts kind of spooks Zeal a little bit, but he's going to sort of steel himself. He's like, you know, we'll get through. And I was thinking of a cool story I could tell, but I don't know if he'd want to tell it because I'm not sure if he would scare. He doesn't want to scare anybody.
There. All right.
Yes.
All right,
Scare
Zeal,
the
roll a Zeal, roll a will save as you're coming to this this thought pattern here.
Sure. Oops. There we go. 22.
Okay.
I might tell it anyways, but...
Will you make it out of here in the end? Will you truly? Do you feel confident that you will see this through to the end? You've been wandering this forest for a good while now, and, well, you were supposed to have a trial. And right now, it just seems like it's an empty forest.
It's about as quiet as the woods are right now, probably. In this
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Zeal's just kind of sitting here thinking and contemplating right after Zayne said that. I mean, we probably sit there for a good couple seconds, more than likely.
So keep going or investigate the voice.
I'm up for moving forward, whichever direction that may be.
Okay.
Because I'm blind.
Well, I mean, if you're going to say that, Zeal is still spooked by the voice, somewhat, because disembodied voices are never good signs. I'm just trying to figure how I would even tell this silly little story. And because it's not even necessarily undead. Well, as I move forward, I'll sort of whisper it back to them and tell them sort of this is why I don't want to follow the voices, shall we say.
All right.
But wait. Well, now I'm just sitting here thinking it's like, but then again, like what Zayne was saying earlier, but what if I was to follow the voices? So, well, I guess my story will have to wait for another time because now I can't roll it. Now I can't do it in because now I kind of want to follow the voice. So, maybe I'll tell it later after we get out of the woods.
All right.
I'm gonna turn back to
you get out of the woods.
Zeal is going to take his scary thoughts and push them to the back of his head as he turns to his teammates and says, "You say you're hearing voices, and normally following those would be a bad idea. But if these are trials, then that means these are set by the Great Order. So more than likely, anything that happens here is for a reason. Nothing here is going to be by accident. Perhaps we should follow the voices that were..."
Maybe the things happen for a reason. Need reasons why people get lost.
I'm down to follow the voices. I'm down with whatever.
So, Zayne, are you saying we should or shouldn't follow the voices? I'm trying here, okay?
I'm trying too, but I caught your logic just like you caught mine.
You said caught?
I caught on to your logic like you caught on to mine, is basically what he's saying.
Gotcha, okay.
Like back their ways, he was thinking along the lines that you are now thinking, but now he's thinking along the lines that you were thinking previously.
We're already insane and we've only been here like 10 minutes!
Alvor's the tiebreaker. Alvor wants to investigate the voices.
Okay. I will
Off
go
we go.
ahead and go back around the corner where the voices were heard. I'm going to... The funny thing is, too, I haven't heard any of these yet. That's the other thing. So...
He's not even the one
also-
that's hearing the voices. And he's the one that's going insane. Ha ha! That's my trick. That's
So I'm
my
gonna head
trick.
back the direction they,
Everyone's going insane.
God damn it. So I'm going to make a perception check. I'm trying to hear whatever they might be hearing, and I'm asking them which direction they heard it from. I'm assuming the direction I'm looking.
That is correct.
Okay.
Sorry, Zayne. I'm going to take you real quick just to make sure that your lighting is working correctly. Okay, it is.
So a 39 as I am listening, straining my ears and my eyes to stare down in this direction that they said they heard the voices.
1 second. See, this is actually hard to do blindness because I think Zayne is still seeing the the light that other folks are emitting.
To be fair, I'm kind of zoomed in a bit, so I'm not like.
Ah, okay.
I'm trying to
I'm just-
play as fair as I can.
Yeah. Okay. All good.
So you're just zooming in on yourself as far as you can, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That way I'll
All
still be
good.
able to have some control of my token.
All right. Sounds good. Okay.
So, once you tell me what I figure with my perception check, I will then continue.
You peer down that direction of the forest.
And just as clarification, I'm looking for just about anything off. I'm listening for voices. I'm listening for more animals.
You
Also just looking for
hear
anything that seems off.
you hear nothing, and that in itself sets you on edge just a little bit.
So his eyes go wide for a second. He might even feel like he's going to start breathing like really heavy, but then his training kicks in. He stops for a second, puts his hands together, and just
What was that?
What's what? Is that Alvor or you speaking?
That was me. Wooden did a big sigh. I'm trying to figure out if that was in character.
Oh no, that was Zeal.
Oh,
That
Yes,
was
and
chaotic
that was-
as
I couldn't tell. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, that was me in character. Zeal's calming himself down.
Okay.
I'm just kind of curious. So I'm going to hop ahead a little bit and keep looking and keep listening, but then I'm also going to whisper back to you guys. Give me just a moment. And I am going... So, just to ask you guys, I don't want to wander away, but I did want to go into empty body just to see if moving into the ethereal is, first off, if it's even possible, and second off, just to see if it sees anything unusual in that other realm, because as far as Zeal knows, he knows he's moving into a sort of parallel zone, like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm curious, and he's probably curious that
I
what
almost-
exactly he'll see. I don't want to wander off. I just want to go in real quick and see what I see.
I was gonna say I almost feel like the forest would have some kind of protection against, or like some kind of trigger for such an action.
I mean, I agree,
It's
but
worth-
I thought I might want to see. So,
Worth a shot.
all right.
okay. So, I am going to go ahead. So, even if it failed, do I still use the key?
Go ahead. Use it. You will use the key.
Okay. I go ahead and attempt to shift my body to the ethereal plane.
And as you sit to meditate, deep breath in, deep breath out, and you feel your body, your spirit just out of your body for the briefest moment. And you open your eyes. Zeal, I need you to make a will save.
Yeah. Okay.
As your eyes
25.
widen and you see just floating humanoids moving through the treetops. But there are thousands of them.
Oh, that's usual.
Damn.
I need you
So,
to make a religion check.
Sure. I guess my will save was good then, so religion
Yep.
check. 31.
You infer that these must be all of the previous adventurers that have wandered into the forest. Hello.
I blew my nose. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. You can infer that these are the disembodied spirits of the thousands of adventurers that have tried and failed this trial before you, who have wandered into the forest, never to return.
Holy, by the gods. Do any of them have any noticeable features, or are they kind of featureless?
Most of them tend to have a faceless feature, but their body tends to have almost ethereal adventuring gear. You see some that are floating along with like ghostly bows and arrows, a couple with swords, just their adventuring gear that they were left with when they passed.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Some male, some female. Any obvious race as well, or are they all generally just featureless otherwise?
Generally featureless humanoids.
Gotcha. Other than their gear. Okay. So after seeing that, I'll also just kind of generally look around where I'm at, just to see if I see anything else. I can see out to 60 feet in the ethereal, and just to kind of see if I see anything else
Okay.
besides just the floating specters above me.
No, you don't really see anything from this point. Are you wanting to move in your ethereal state?
I didn't want to wander too far from them, but I'm also kind of curious to see if there would be anything else. So,
Okay. It's up to you.
you guys okay with me doing a little scouting like this, or would you rather not and just continue?
There's a lot of
I don't want to
dead
take too much time for it, so. Well, they haven't seemed to notice me, so. And if they do, I can just shift back, so.
Sure,
It's up
that's
to you
fine.
guys. I don't want to take too much time for it, but it is
Fine with me.
also my major method of like doing scouting, so. That's why I want to just leave it up to you guys. If you
Sure,
guys
go
want to
ahead.
be able to.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm going to explore down the direction where they heard the voice coming from a little bit. So.
Okay.
And I can see 60 feet in every direction ethereally, so.
Okay. Are you able to turn that?
And as long as they seem to have not noticed me, I'm not going to act conspicuous. So.
Okay.
And if they do notice me and if they start to float towards me, my first action will be to shift back to my body. So.
All right. Well,
Question, for etherealness, does my whole body go into the ethereal, or am I like
No.
projecting my spirit?
No, you're from my understanding of it, you're projecting into the ethereal plane. But
Okay,
your
that's
physical
fine. However
body
you wanna work
remains in the spot that it was at. That's my understanding, at least.
If that's how you'd like to work it, then sure, absolutely, that's fine with me. That way, that means I can actually explore, and then when I'm done, I can just go, "Boop," and I'm right back where I was.
Yeah. That's how I imagined that it would function. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'll just keep kind of this way a little bit. The direction where they heard the voice. Looking
Yeah.
around.
Yep. Okay.
And it looks like, I mean, I
When
don't know if I see
you
this in the ethereal, but there is something there. Also, I cannot maintain message while I'm on a different plane.
yeah. You do, in fact, out of the corner of your eye, as you move past this these thick trees, you see what looks to be a statue of some kind.
From here, what can I perceive of the statue?
It looks to be staring at something this way, just outside of your field of view.
Weeping angels, you guys.
Oh, I hope not.
It looks to
Damn.
be staring at something just outside of your field of view.
Well,
And it
I guess
wields...
there's only one obvious option.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
And
sorry.
it looks to be some kind of humanoid with a sword pointed at the direction that it's staring at.
Literally giant miniatures. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
I'm going to ethereally move this way and try to see if I can see what they were looking at.
All right. So, up before you, you see 5 statues, all pointing various types of weapons at a statue that they're staring at, which has since been destroyed. That is, all of them seem to be roughly humanoid in height and stature. Each one wields a different weapon. Huh?
So
I heard an ooh.
Like either a God, I'm getting my mythology all fucked up. So either a basilisk or a what's the Medusa, right?
Yeah, those tend to turn people to... Honestly, I was kind of having the same idea. In terms
Or
of,
a-
like, maybe there's...
Whatever the MLP one was, the chicken
The cockatrice?
Cockatrice.
cockatrice. That's the one.
Yeah.
Cockadoodle-doo. The cockadoodle. The holiday hooey waddy.
I mean, there's a possibility that that's what happened, but whatever this is seems to have been destroyed. So...
It's narratively interesting that Wuten chose to blind one of our party. Just saying.
Well,
Yo, true? Save or die, Wooten! Save or die, huh? I see how it is.
What do we have that would
Fucking Titus laugh. Huh?
What do we have that would protect us from that, other than just not looking at you guys at all?
Not looking at it, basically.
Yeah,
I
not
don't have
looking
anything.
at it.
I don't think any of us have anything to help with that specifically. So
I can
there
just
are
close my eyes
goggles that
and
can help.
I could just keep my eyes closed and navigate the forest blindly.
I mean, you
I'm
could.
just looking at that real quick.
Ah, fuck it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
sorry,
will say,
interrupted. Continue.
upon closer inspection,
Mhm.
do you by chance have knowledge engineering?
No. History
Okay.
and religion are the only ones I have.
Okay.
I've got a 6.
These
Yeah.
Zeal, as you get closer, these don't appear to be like live statues of people. These seem to be more stylized in the form of like an artistic piece.
Oh, so not
So they're carved.
actual. They were actually carved and not people turned to stone.
Yes.
That's good.
Fair. Okay. Well, I've seen these, and I guess it's probably pretty close to all the time I'm going to have. I have 18 minutes, so I'll assume I spent a good deal of time doing that, and I'm going to then return to where I was. I can see his light, so I can come back.
All right.
So I'm going to put myself back where I was when I started my etherealness journey, and then pop back in, go... I sort of walk back into existence next to Alvor. Sorry, I decided to take a look ahead, and figure if perhaps my shifting could give us any answers, and There are thousands of spirits wandering the woods. Thousands of them. And they all seem as though they may well have been adventuring types who, I guess, now haunt the woods. Perhaps that's the whispers that you're hearing. The whispers of the dead.
I think that would make sense, considering their numbers.
And I went ahead and scouted out further ahead down the direction we were getting ready to go, and there are statues, strangely, at the other end in a small clearing towards the end. About the best I can describe is they look like carved statues with weapons that had destroyed another one or something. I mean, it might be best if we could take a look, but, well, unfortunately. Moment.
I would love to do that right.
Do we all want to go down the end of the corridor and look at the
Statues? Sure.
statues?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's
let's
what
have
we're
a
gonna do
look.
then, Wuten.
Let's
You
look
know
at
what?
I'll take y'all over there. Pew.
Okay.
Wee. Wee.
Go up.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
There you are.
Upsy doodles.
So Zeal leads them back to the things, and then he's gonna busily focus his mining. So if Alvor's gonna take a look, Zeal will just watch behind them just to kind of keep an eye open. Now that he
Okay.
kind of understands why he feels the chills, though, my personal opinion, he feels a little better. If only because now he knows he's justified and like, yeah, there's a reason these woods are creepy. So. So, whatever you guys want to do with the statues, honestly, Zeal probably doesn't know anything to do with these statues, so.
I don't know.
Unless it's a
like-
puzzle, possibly, but. Wuten did ask about knowledge engineering. If you have it, you could probably give it a look.
I have a 6. Let's give it a shot.
All right.
And we should probably also make perception checks on the statues as well. So I'm going to
Let me
make
do
a perception
perception
check as well.
Let me do perception first on the statues and stuff.
Okay, so 39, 36 are perception checks.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, so as you get closer in the material plane specifically, you notice that whoever crafted these had like an attention to detail that was nigh indescribably accurate to what they were trying to describe, what they were trying to convey. These statues, the specific one that you're looking at, is holding what looks to be a it's the
Describe it.
spear. Okay, so it's a spear with a blade on like the tip of it. It's not a halberd, but it's a
Not a bardish.
pike?
Shiny,
not a bardish.
Shiny
Not a
don't
pike?
think it's a bardish.
pole arm.
Singham?
Let me look at the bardish real quick.
There's a bunch of Chinese ones.
It is the
Do you know?
bardish. It is the bardish. Yes,
Bardish.
yes. It is actually the
Oh.
bardish. So this one specifically has a bardish that is pointed at the crumbled statue here, and if you look even closer, you can see that whoever carved this statue actually carved like the like tears falling from the statue's eyes. You can see like they were that detailed.
Wow. Okay.
As I'm looking, I'll do my best to describe what I'm seeing to Zayne.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me roll my engineering. So,
Okay.
So I don't know if Zayne can from my descriptions, but
Is there
All right.
anything knowledge-wise I might be able to discern in terms of historical relevance or anything sounding reminiscent of a book I might have read before?
Okay.
Zayne can ask me whatever questions he needs to in order to try to make a knowledge check like that, although I don't know how badly that affects his ability.
Let's see. So, as you describe it, Zeal, roll. Okay, so Alvor got the north side. Zeal, roll diplomacy. This isn't going to be a hard roll, just to make sure that you describe it correctly to Zayne, so that he can sort of work with. Okay, perfect. You make that. Zayne, roll knowledge arcana and knowledge history if you have it.
I have knowledge history.
Okay,
Can I
roll
make a
knowledge history. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a 6 in it, just like he has a 6 in engineering.
All right.
I'm going to take the 26. I'm going to take 10 to have 26 on history, but I'm going to roll arcana.
Okay.
So Alvor has a 6 on engineering. I have a 19 on history. Zayne has a 26 on history. And a fucking 44 on arcana.
Jesus.
Fucking smart boy. He went to college, man.
That's my boy.
He went to college. I went to college.
I raised that boy.
So, Zayne and Zeal. If you remember from, okay, so who described this? I'm trying to remember.
Zeal.
Did... Who was it who described the people who went with Morgalla to, or the wizard to face off against Morgalla? I can't remember the name of the person who told that story.
The proper story of the wizard Morgalla? Wasn't it the blacksmith?
Yeah, it was Volanth.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say,
So
he
Volanth
originally worked with the Grey Order or something like that. That's why he knows the story.
Yep. So, that story tells of 6 adventurers who traveled with that wizard to face off against Morgalla. Alvor, these statues are not merely statues.
It's a device, I think.
With a 22, it does appear that there is something off about these. They are not merely statues. They look as though, if you look closely enough, they look as though they could have moving parts to them. Zayne, with a 44 on your Arcana, you are familiar with the concept of binding your soul to an object.
Oh.
And from what Zeal is describing, from what Alvor is also depicting here, these don't sound like statues. These sound like golems. And golems are often used to house the spirit of one who has long since passed.
Sounds to me like within each of these statues, I'm relaying this possibility.
He cut out a little bit for me. I'm sorry.
So I'm relaying this possibility that these there's a possibility that there are souls of past adventurers and / warriors whose spirits are sealed within these statues.
Excuse me.
Because they were designed to do so.
So Zeal's gonna just kind of look back at the golems. Go ahead.
I don't know a lot about these, so it's like they're not. It's not that they were turned to stone, but their souls are housed within them.
These look as though they were crafted,
Okay.
but unlike normal statues, they look as though they could have moving parts to them. You see little gaps in like the arms, the legs, the head, like the neck specifically does look as though it has a small gap for possible movement of the head. So if what Zayne is describing is true, these could be golems. These do check out in your book in terms of a possible moving construct of some kind.
When I was in the ethereal, I didn't see anything unusual about the golems in that regard. Or would I have even seen anything unusual about them in that regard?
Likely not.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've already got the understanding here that there were 6 adventurers and there was Morgalla. There's a destroyed statue. I'm going to assume that one's probably Morgalla. In fact, is there enough of the statue left that there's a possibility that I could discern the identity of the destroyed statue?
Roll a perception check.
27.
Alvor gets it.
Okay. If I'm right, then he would be the one to get it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It just makes it so poetic.
So Alvor, as you're looking at these statues, each one has distinct features, and then you look down at the destroyed statue, and you see the face of the old wizard. In a crumbled, it's in a crumbled heap, and parts of it have cracked away, but there's enough of the head that you can make out that was Morgalla the wizard.
Whoa. Okay.
And so from piecing this all together, do you tell them, Alvor?
Yes.
And so from piecing all of this together, these other 5 statues may very well be statues representing the other 5 adventurers that traveled with the wizard to defeat Morgalla all that time, eternity ago.
Well.
Interesting. I was gonna say, do you want to do anything, Alvor? Otherwise, I have something when you're finished. So.
No, go
and
ahead.
then obviously we're describing it to Zayne as well. So the only other thing I was gonna try and look at the identities of each of the other statues as well. Sort of walk along them and like look at these heroes of the past that the first ones to have dealt with Morgalla in a sense. So. And I just kind of want to like get a feel for their identities and such, who they seemed like they could be. I am a monk. I am trying to glean just sort of like the wisdom of these statues, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Zeal, one in particular does stand out to you. I will say, as you're looking through all of these statues. It doesn't appear to wield any sort of weapon in its hands. This one in particular, it reminds you of it reminds you of a smaller version, let's say. Less smaller, less what's the word?
Less human, more simian?
No.
No? Okay.
It reminds you of a much more the word I was looking for is humble version. It's less it's a much more humble version of the statues that you've seen in the Highleaf Monastery of Indra, the god of storms. But here he doesn't have all of this divine power coursing about him. Here it just seems like a man.
Wow.
So when he does come across this, he's going to sit cross-legged on the ground, still kind of staring, and he's almost like... Just, I guess the easy answer is confused. So... But also intrigued, and he's just going to kind of stare. And maybe reach out a hand towards the base of the statue or something like that. Okay. As if he wants to touch it.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything otherwise to anybody else when this is happening. If you guys are doing anything else.
He's just in such awe of... He's just speechless at what he's seeing right now.
And I will otherwise just keep doing this unless anyone else wants to do something. So.
Just like, I don't know. If they're assuming that they are mechanical devices, is there like, I don't know, is one of them holding out a hand because it wants something to be put in it, or is one of them in a particular pose to indicate he's waiting for something? Are there any obvious slots in any of the statues where something might fit?
Give me a second. Let me find where I had the document for this. God damn it, where'd it go? Oh, fucking, it's in my other drive folder. That's what it was. Okay. There it is. I found it. All right. So let me... Okay. So, if you remember how the story was described to you, the wizard you know as Morgalla was not actually named Morgalla. His name was Roland the Grey. And going from right to left, we have Aaron the Prudent with a wand and a staff in one hand and the other. Amatiel the Wizened with a morning star in one hand and a shield in the other. Piriel the Brave with a bardiche and just a bardiche. Indra with his fists. And then Praksha Akar, who himself seems almost draconic, similar to your recent encounter with the ambassador from the Grey Order, wielding a war axe and a shield. and each one appears to be staring at the destroyed statue. Their faces, a mixture anywhere on the spectrum of sad to like an angry sad. Just like despairing sad to an angry sad, all staring at this statue.
Melancholy, even?
Yeah, melancholy, yeah.
Weird.
So, as Alvor is studying these, Zeal will actually indeed reach out and touch the foot of Indra's statue. Sort of rubbing a hand on... Are they on plinths, or are they kind of just standing there?
They are just standing there.
Okay, so he reaches out and maybe like touches like his leg or something like that, and like runs a hand on it almost.
Okay.
I want to make something happen. So
Yep. So
Well,
as you place your hand upon the statue, you feel the forest, like the air around you, just start flowing once more. But this time, as it picks up even more so than it was before, and then it almost feels like the wind sucks into the statue of Indra, and finally it stops, and then Zeal, you hear a click, and you hear a click.
Do Zeal do bad? Do Zeal do bad?
Do Zeal do bad? Maybe.
What happened? What did you do?
We don't know yet.
I don't know if I have enough time to respond before whatever
something
happened.
happened.
Do I have time to respond to Zayne when he's saying this as the wind happens, or not?
Something happening.
Wait a second. Let me get.
I just want to make sure I don't want to just start talking without knowing if there's enough time between this click and whatever's happening next. So,
just a second here. Let me. Oh man, are you saying I didn't? I didn't get the. Give me a second. I've got this. Give me
Spray me with the spray me with.
I have a song for this. I have a song for this. I need to fucking run a thing real quick.
We have a bot in the chat that can probably play the music if you need it.
True.
If you didn't stick it in the Roll20.
Yeah. But I also want to stick it in the Roll20 because I like having all of my music in one place there. But as you hear this click, and then the eyes of the statue, the pupils have this faint, light purplish glow just start emanating from it.
So when the whole thing started happening, Zeal stood up and backed up a little bit. So.
Okay, so you took a 5-foot step back.
Well, I mean, I'm probably still standing next to the statue, but yes, I just stood up and kind of like backed up a little bit as I like started looking around, like, what the hell's going on.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Okay. So.
Does Zeal need the newspaper? Did he do bad?
As you hear more clicks from the statue of Indra, it seems to twitch in an almost inhuman nature as its body just sort of clicks and clacks and it comes to life, right in front of you, the statue of Indra. And let me get this going. There we go. As it stares down at you.
How tall is he compared to me?
How tall are you?
5'5".
Okay, he is the tallest of the bunch, so he is indeed
Damn.
staring down at you. Sorry.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a runt.
All right.
I
So
stare back up at the eyes, sort of
The-
like confused and like, what?
the statue continues to twitch and shake, and then finally it, like, you see the head just twist around a complete 360 degrees and look down at you and reaches for you. What is your AC? Or CMD, rather.
56.
Okay. Oh, alright. So, you... So, the statue looms overhead and reaches for you, just like trying to grab you, and you jump out of its way just in time.
My training just kicks in.
Yeah, it kicks in, and I need all of you to...
Please hit me with a newspaper later. Okay.
Yeah,
Roll that sweet initiative, boys.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Interesting. God, I clicked on something and I'm not.
Can I free action call out what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, I switched over to music and I can't figure out how to get back to. Found it. Okay, I'm good. Good. Initiative is like.
So, you want to answer me, Zeal?
I'm gonna say,
I touched one of the statues and it's attacking me.
yeah. Accented by the sounds about tum tum tum.
Tung, tung, tung. The sounds
One
of
and it's attacking me.
the sounds of a golem, and it's a very, very static movements, but each one deliberate in its almost haunting accuracy.
Good thing we didn't
Alright.
touch the rest of them.
Alright, so Zayne is 13 or 21. Okay. So, Zeal, top of the round. Your turn.
Kind of feel like I wouldn't try to attack it. I'm kind of confused as to what's happening.
You can take the withdraw action.
I'll take a 5-foot step, so I'm kind of between the statue and Zayne. Because
Okay.
obviously I know I'm being attacked and Zayne is not in a good spot, so I will step between them and I'm going to take the total defense action.
Okay.
So I believe because I'll go double check exactly how much I can. And then nothing with my move action otherwise.
Alright.
And that should be the end of my turn.
Okay. Alvor, your turn.
I don't think I hit the statue with my sword. What's the...
Do you want to?
Should I? I guess it's.
Wait.
What?
Remember,
Oh, yes.
your sword doesn't work on constructs.
It doesn't at all? Nothing?
The light one, no. The one that's made out of light does not hurt. Will not hurt them.
Oathkeeper would not work on those ones, yes.
Alright. Then I still have my other one. So that's gonna that's a do I have quick draw? So,
You should.
yeah, I'll put Oathkeeper away and just get my regular the Keen Long. And I feel like Morgala's companions would be our allies, so I'm confused about why they're attacking us. I feel like maybe there's a
That's why I'm confused too.
Maybe we should try to think outside the box and just see what happens. I could pass.
Maybe try to talk to it, maybe? I don't know. If you want to hold your action until you see what the statue does, because it goes after you. So.
How about just try to talk to it, just say like, hold, we are allies of, what was his name? Morgala before he was Morgala?
Roland the Grey.
You want to say we're allies of him, because it looks like they destroyed you. You could say enemies of Morgala.
Well, they also look like that they were sad about that statue, don't forget.
True. So I guess go ahead and say whatever you want to. I would not have an input because of combat, so I'll be quiet.
I'll just I'll hold back and step protectively in front. Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, I guess I could. I'll sort of step protectively or like pull Zayne behind me and just say, hold, we are allies of Volanth.
No, Roland.
Roland?
Roland.
Here.
Thank you.
I'll copy and paste all the names here real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll make it a lot easier. There you go. And then the one that is currently attacking is Indra. Is
the only one I've touched, and plus the only one that seems to be moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say, hold, we're friends of Roland the Grey.
Okay. And that's gonna be your turn?
I don't know what kind of action that is. Can I take total defense or anything else?
That is a free action to say that. You do still have a full action.
Total defense is yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. So
How many points do you have in
moves us.
acrobatics?
Acrobatics, not a lot. 5.
Okay. So if you have at least 3 or more ranks in acrobatics, the dodge bonus from taking total defense is +6.
Yep.
So you have an additional +6 to your AC. While totally defending yourself.
Okay. So Zeal, this is your first.
Before we move on, I also need to draw my regular longsword.
Yep. Draw a regular longsword and spiked shield.
Okay. Bandersmash.
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 What did I say? Basher. No, what did I say before? Basher smash.
Basher snatch.
Bash your snatch.
Yes, Basher snatch. Thank you. That's what it was.
Bandersmash also works. So.
Also true. Oh, Basher snatch. That's my. That's
yes.
Either one.
All right, we're good.
Either one works. Jesus. All right. So Zeal, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is your first time you've ever heard the closest thing to what could be considered your deity hear his voice in this in a almost mechanical undertone. Roland the Grey betrayed us! Any friends of his, I have no love for. As he begins.
Tess will start yelling Muda? I hope not.
I'm sorry, Zeal.
I'm going to have the Muda used on me!
What is your AC?
As of the moment, in total defense, it is 50.
It is 50?
Yes.
Okay. You are so fucking lucky that you took the total defense. All right, good call on that though. So as this statue bellows out, it's so as this statue bellows out, an almost warlike Muda. It is like nothing you have ever heard before, Zeal. It's like the air itself crackles with each statement. And with that, I need to roll that plus that plus that. So 2 hits managed to get through.
Damn.
So of all of that, 12 of that is electric damage.
I don't have any specific resistances against.
Okay.
All this game, I've been annoying you with the Muda, and now it is Muda me. That is a total of 75 damage. I have lost half my hit points. I have lost half my hit points. I am lucky I dodged as many of those as I did, because he probably threw out as many as I do. And knowing how many punches I throw out, yeah.
I will neither confirm nor deny this statement. Zayne, it's your turn.
Okay, great. Well, swift action, inspire courage. And with a 5-foot step, now what I want to do, I just need to figure out what exactly I'm going to do with it.
Okay.
I'm casting Summon Monster 6.
Okay.
Can you, though?
Well, I can summon it, and then I can just tell, and my plan was
It just has to be in a square next to him,
yeah,
because
and
that's
then
all he
next
can
round-
see.
And then when they arrive at the start of my next turn, I can order them. I can order whatever I summon. Attack the living statue.
Okay, I will say nothing more.
And that will conclude my turn.
So it is a 1-round action. So that means it's my turn again?
Yep.
It would be
Top
back
of the
to you
round.
again.
So what's going to happen is I will take a 5-foot step back towards Alvor.
Okay.
I'm going to continue taking total defense. And I'm just going to start kind of sputtering. I'm like, my lord, my slayer of Vritra. What? That's about all I can manage, but I'm trying to like say all the different words, like, you know.
It's like
As
that.
I continue to
It's like that
defend
priest
myself.
in the Diablo 4 trailer. It's just sputtering it in fear.
Well, more so confusion for me.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
So, not fear,
Yeah.
but confusion.
Yeah.
So. And I might even start saying a prayer almost in response as well. So.
So very much like the Diablo 4 trailer.
Yeah.
Thy eternal light
that.
protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. There is no light here.
Oh no!
Oh no! Alright, so your total defense, free action, sputtering, 5-foot step.
Yes. I
Alright.
just start like, I'm saying like, my lord, my master, Indra, slayer of Vritra, enemy of Morgala, like just kind of saying all that. So.
Alright. Roll. Okay. Roll. No, that wouldn't be fair. Roll a sense motive.
Sure.
Yeah. Just Zeal.
36.
Okay. So, from what he stated in response to Alvor's statement, his call out, it seems along the way, Roland the Grey betrayed the party, and for some reason or another, that they seem to be understandably angry about that.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that I sense with the sense motive as well, or is that about
Not from here, no.
Okay. Well, that will probably otherwise be my turn. Next turn, I'm just kind of doing dramatic like role play. This turn I'm sputtering.
Mhm.
Next turn I might actually be able to start saying something proper. So, because I'm trying to do the same thing that you were trying to do. I'm going to try and maybe talk the statue down. Because I don't want to fight it. I don't want to fight it. I don't know what you're going to do, but I don't. So.
Same. I feel like if there's any hope of negotiation, Wuten wouldn't have had us roll initiative. Could be the
Something
time for
like
it. Discussion is over.
Could be,
Not
but-
necessarily. It could be, but let's see what you. I can be swayed. You know how I am as a DM. You come up with something good.
I feel like we. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Which statue is moving? Which is the attack?
This one. I'll give me a second. I'll mark it with.
So, to let you know, I did back up next to you so that you can bodyguard me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if he is a monk like I am, he's got the same mobility that I do, so remember that.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
I can still use a move action, so actually I will, just as a quick revamp, I will use my move action to be able to do my flight. To activate it.
Okay.
So the wind starts to swirl around my feet in response to the wind whirling around him, basically.
Okay. Alvor, your turn.
I'm gonna try one more time. I'll just say like. Please wait. We are adventurers here to slay the evil wizard, the evil dragon, Morgala. Will you help us? And take total defense again.
Alvor, roll diplomacy.
Ooh. Oh. Oh well.
Well, let's see how convincing you are.
Okay.
guess it was worth a try.
Now, is that all you're wanting to do, or are you wanting to do something else here?
I did that and took total defense, and yeah, I think
I believe you still have a move action.
I don't think I want to. I can't. I don't think there's any place I would.
Authoritative command.
What was
Swift
give-
action, authoritative command.
Yeah, swift
that
action,
be for?
authoritative command. Aid another.
+2. So Zayne's Inspire Courage is giving us weapon and damage bonuses and a bonus to fear. Your command, if you command us to defend ourselves, will give us a +2 to saving throws and AC.
Yeah, and I'll just say I'll just
Bark
turn
out
to,
a quick
sort of-
order.
just quick over my shoulder, just be ready.
And Zeal, as you hear his authoritative command, as he pulls out his shield, and you see it in the corner of your eye, almost protecting a side of you. It sort of snaps you out of your sputtering moment.
Gotcha.
And you have a clear head.
Okay.
As the golem takes a 5-foot step. His head briefly turns to Alvor as he stated that statement of what is truth to you.
Please.
Impassioned plea, but the golem seems unmoved. That is just like what a follower of Morgalla would say. As he, well, for one, he moves to quickly use one of his attacks to smash his foot into the statue head of Roland the Grey, and you see a crackle of lightning just travel along the ground up one of the trees.
Oh
and
shit,
just
that's
out.
gonna hurt. Because my everything is metal.
Muda. And so,
Zeal, maybe you should have gotten behind.
Zeal, what is your so your AC is 50.
It is now going to be 52, and if Alvor
52?
throws out his shield for every attack, it'll go up by 3 more. How many attacks of opportunity do you have? What's your dexterity bonus?
I have, according to this note here under clear notes, I have 7 attack of opportunities per round.
So he can
Well,
throw out
luckily-
his shield for 7 attacks.
Luckily, he actually doesn't have to, because he only nat 20'd on a single hit, but nothing more hit you. You are truly a student of this master.
Wow. Oh, I can use attack of opportunity or to attack or stop target from moving with CMB, but he was too far away before, so I couldn't keep him out of the square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you use stand still, and I believe you have another thing that might make it so you can still make attacks even if they only 5-foot step, but I forget what that is. So I think you have that as well.
Hold the line. Takes 5-foot step, withdraws from threatened square, attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's the thing that can make it. Sorry.
And preemptive attack also.
The ability to make an attack of opportunity against a foe that moves into any square you threaten, regardless whether it would normally have invoked. So.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess it's Zayne's turn then.
He might have better luck with diplomacy.
I was about to say,
And don't forget that you finished casting your summon monster.
Actually, Zayne is dropping that spell just as he's close to finishing it with a very loud no. Little 5-foot step here. And call out, by your leave, my lord Indra. We seek to destroy Morgalla once and for all, and he brings Vritra's wrath. We beseech you help us stop him.
Let's see that diplomacy.
Using that religion knowledge I got from Zeal in all our travels.
Mm-hmm. Good.
42.
Good. So, all right, we will see the fruits of your labor
Next time.
next time on Direct. When the turn order comes back around to Indra. In the meantime, Zeal, top of the round.
Oh, I could aid another. Let's see. Do I have that?
Not with this, no.
Okay.
You used your swift action to authoritative command.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Zeal, top of the round, your turn.
Oh, yeah, right. I had to take 31 points of damage. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll take that. So I'm at 59 hit points.
Oh, can I have his?
Huh?
You could have it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Use his in harm's way.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
that would cut it in
So-
half, so it would just be 15 points of damage apiece.
Is it? No, I thought I could take all your damage.
I thought in harm's way, what was the word I'm looking for? I thought it only did half.
In harm's way, it does full damage. It is a
okay.
it is a full thing.
So I can just I take all at 31.
Yep.
So the one that
it
would have
only-
hit, you sort of jump in the way with your shield. Absorb it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So Zeal does not take that 31. Alvor does. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me get your thing out here. 1 second. I'm gonna whip your thing out.
Okay, whip it out, Wuten.
4, 9. Hey! Just getting your hit point bar, health bar right here. Just for me to
Do
keep
it.
track of.
There you go. Uh-huh.
Well, now that I'm clear of thinking, I don't actually want to move away, but
Mm-hmm.
reason that one. As I hear Zayne talking, as I see Alvor, helping to defend me, and as I hear Indra say that is what the enemies of Morgalla would say,
Oh, that is what not an enemy of Morgalla. That is what a follower
So,
of
a friend
Morgalla
of
would say. Yeah, a friend of Morgalla
Gotcha.
would say.
and something about this just enrages Zeal. And it will show on his face. I'm going to take total defense again. But I am absolutely enraged as I stare back at him, not seeming to just recognize that he was my god, and say, "How dare you insinuate that I follow that monster?"
Nice.
And my fist, and I will use one of my uses of actually, so it takes, I think, 2 uses of my stunning fist to use Dragon's Roar, and I just aim it up in the air. And I also use one of my uses of elemental fists to send it out with lightning bolts. So when I say monster, just lightning explodes from my mouth into the air.
Nice. I love it.
And then the electricity crackling a little from my eyes and my mouth and around my fist as I just stare with rage at him. So, Thankfully, that's convincing.
Nice.
Gee, I sure hope that looked cool.
It. All right. Something really cool must have just happened. All right, Alvor, your turn.
Yeah, total defense again, and will you let me do another diplomacy check?
Sure.
Fuck this 5.
You could do that to aid.
Yeah. You could do that to aid.
Use it to aid,
At a
use it to-
at a +2 on the Zayne's 42.
Sure. Okay. Free action, just like, please, my lord, let us parlay. Hear us out. If you you still want to do battle after you hear what we can still do battle after you hear what we have to say.
All right. So, Zeal. He was reeling back for another punch as you unleashed this dragon's roar and electricity crackle through the air. And he went in to punch, but then stopped just short of your face.
I do not flinch like a badass.
Like
Just
a
staring at the
badass.
fist with nothing but rage in my eyes. How dare he say something like that to me?
And he stops just short of your face. And you see the golem's arm is almost clattering right in front of your face, as though a person would be trembling. And as you see this and turn your face around the fist, you see the expression on the statue is still the tears in his eyes as the purple glowing pupils look upon you. And finally, the arm that is still trembling, trying to strike one of his disciples, you see it glowing from like the shoulder, like the shoulder socket. It glows this light blue, travels along the arm, and bursts. And the arm shatters. And the statue of Indra falls to his knees before you. Roland the Grey betrayed us when we were deep within. Let me turn on the music here. What the fuck? Is it this one? Yeah. No, it's not. There we are. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Roland the Grey betrayed us. Deep within Morgala's lair, the wizard made a pact with him. Our lives in exchange for his freedom. And this pact cost the life of the Grey Order's leader. Long ago. How long have I been here? As his other arm just falls to the ground to his side. He looks down at the further destroyed statue of Roland the Grey. How long has it been? And then he looks up to stare at Zeal.
So I'm thinking just... So Zeal now that his rage is somewhat abated, he is also kind of trembling a little bit, like, holy shit, you know, and looking at the face of his god. But he's also somewhat clear-headed, very lucid at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just going to frankly say, well, I'm trying to think how to put this. So, in this lucid moment, he would sort of have this weird understanding that Indra was a Vanaran like him, or not quite he looks human, or does he actually look Vanaran?
He has Vanaran traits, but he does look a bit more human than you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd have almost this weird lucid understanding that he is a man like the rest of us. If that makes sense. Does that sound like it makes sense to me? To you guys?
Yeah.
So he kind of frankly says, "It has been so long, my lord, that you have become a god. And your legends have passed through all of your people. For centuries."
You can see that the golem itself seems to be like twitching and trembling as you're telling him this. I have been standing vigil here in this forest for centuries, millennia. I did not know my legacy had lived on so much in the world beyond. And that, ironically, one of my disciples would one day face me and see what I had become. I had become so envious when I saw Roland's statue crumble that he gained his final death, but we remained. Zeal, roll a wisdom check.
Straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
Whoops. What the fuck just happened there? I somehow accidentally opened up the downloads. Okay.
Oh.
Nat fucking 20.
That is so fitting.
I am
in
the
Zeal. Zeal. When he finishes, you come to realize that even envy can break gods.
Envious that he had met his final doom and yet they were still trapped in these statues.
Mm-hmm. In this moment, you gain the clarity needed to understand that. And as you look at all the other statues of the adventurers that faced Morgalla, you see all of them staring at where this destroyed statue had once stood. Tears flowing down their clay faces. And you come to that understanding. That this is the lesson of the dangers of envy.
So I kind of look around at all the statues. I look back down to Indra. What were you saying?
Nothing.
You were
Keep going.
You were saying something. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of what to do next. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's a heavy moment for your character. It's understandable.
No, for sure. Do you guys have any input or thoughts?
Really?
I'm just listening to this go down.
Okay. Just wanted to ask.
I'm like looking in the direction of it, but not directly at it. Just like.
And a heavy moment.
Oh
of
my
us making
god!
out in the
Oh my
background.
god! Hey, get out of here! Get out of here, you little rascal!
Go on, get.
Go and get!
I
Jesus.
was so
Continue.
confused. I was like, I didn't hear anybody new.
Sabrina came in.
What's going on?
Sabrina snuck in.
Fair enough. So, I guess what I'm thinking of almost saying back is to say, envious of the death that has been denied, the rightful death that has been denied you.
The golem nods slowly.
Might you prefer then that, as we are here, perhaps we can grant you that small mercy, and promise you that we will finish what you started and slay the dragon once and for all.
At hearing your pledge to him, Indra's head looks up at you, Zeal, and his other hand reaches up, places on your head. I would like that very much, disciple of Indra. What do they call you? That I may know the one who freed us.
And I guess in the Vanaran tongue I say, Bhakti. Zeal.
Bhakti. Zeal. I am ready. Grant me my final death. Grant us all our freedom.
And I guess Zeal with the tears in his eyes a little bit. I guess coup de grace, shall we say?
Coup de grace. I'll
with a
give it to
style
you.
of shattering punch so that I can just completely and utterly shatter him.
Boom. Well, with that, well, that's one down. 4 more to go.
I am not
maybe we
doing this 4 more times.
Maybe we should have left him just like after we wake up the other one. and they'll all be like, "That's exactly what a disciple of Morgana would say." It's like, oh god, this again. Maybe we should have kept that one alive so we could explain to them.
It's like going in their sleep almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like now we know they're alive, and I know me. I have my shattering punch. I can just straight shatter them.
Yep.
So,
And for all we know, they could be listening in on that, like subconsciously.
Or for all we know, they're like, "Yeah, I don't want to be shattered. Can we not, please?" Well, he doesn't speak for all of us, by the way.
They're past their time. They're past their time. It's okay.
You've been frozen in a forest for 1,500 years. Wouldn't you beg for death?
Hey, never said 1,500.
Oh, shit.
Could be more than that.
for all we know.
Okay, that was, the end result is the same. If we hadn't had this little powwow, we still would have smashed him. So yeah, go ahead.
So, Zeal might not necessarily say anything, but he will start going around and he will basically kind of the shattering punch through the chest of each of them, lining it up and just shattering statues.
I wonder if there was anything, they had anything useful to tell us. Oh well. Too late
So
now.
first, the fist goes through Aaron the Prudent, destroying the statue utterly.
Do you want to stop me?
I don't want to go through that again.
Okay.
Carry on.
I don't know if our hit points can handle it.
Yeah, there's that.
They're probably all like level fucking 20s, my man. So I mean,
Yeah, fair.
All right. So otherwise, then, if no one wants
Your
to do anything, that is
spellcaster
what
is
I will do.
blind.
Yeah, fair. All right.
So that is what will happen. I will walk and I will do that to each of them, freeing their spirits and allowing them to pass on the afterlife.
All right. So, Aaron the Prudent, Amatiel the Wizened, Imperial the Brave shatter in a clay-like dust, and finally Praksha Akar, the one that reminds you of Aramis the Loyal, with a final punch, are freed. And once you throw that final punch, something behind Zayne materializes into being. It appears to be some sort of altar, and atop that altar seems to be a fragment of something.
Well, let's go check it out.
Go right ahead.
Can't see it.
We really need to figure something out here.
I mean, I don't think Luster Restoration is going to fix it.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
No.
I have a potion of it, but
As do I.
Maybe we can sleep it off. We'll see what happens.
I feel like I need a nap after that one. Goddamn. Okay.
Well, you just met your god and killed him. You're walking off.
Yeah, just walk it off. Rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine.
God is dead and we have killed him!
No, it's not a euphemism. Literally, he was a stone statue that I punched him into pieces, and it was bad.
Brilliant.
All right, what's on the altar?
It looks to be some sort of fragment of something. It seems to have an opal-esque. Opal. It's like would opalescence be a right word? It's like a bright white glint. Shimmering opalescence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like a pearl.
It has that general coloration about it, but it's a fragment of something. It has a curve on one end, but then the other side is jagged and fragmented. It looks like it's a piece of a whole.
I guess, do you want to go ahead and then grab it?
I'll pick it up, yeah.
All right. So, Alvor, as you pick up the fragment, it feels warm to the touch. You feel a general sense of coldness holding onto it.
Somebody run sense thingy on this.
The last time we tried that, someone went blind. So,
Fair.
so
I could. Okay. Anything else you can tell me about it?
Not really much else to tell about it.
Okay.
Other than the fact that it seems like it's a piece of a whole.
So rather than dragging out anything more for me, I will just say that Zeal is going to speak to everybody and generally say that Zayne was right, that about the Arcana part, about souls being stored, that they are now free to finally rest properly and pass on what their duties to us, and this is also me just sort of understanding kind of what's happening here is that these are what the trials are, and we are going to have to explore and find the other sins. And if they are as bad as this, then he'll just trail off and say nothing else. Because he's like, I don't know if I can take another one of these. So that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Like,
I just didn't want to drag that out.
You're good. I'm gonna use one of my cure wands to heal you the fuck up, though. That's for sure.
I took a couple good punches there.
Yeah.
How many?
So this is gonna be one of my cure moderate potions. Wands.
Okay. I have 165 compared to 90.
So how many charges do you need?
I will find you, you motherfucker.
what the fuck?
Morgalla is talking to us from
I
the
just
dead.
realized I had those options for ironically all of the characters, well, almost all of the characters that have since departed from the party.
Wow.
It's really fucking weird. Give me a second.
How many?
The dead are haunting us.
The dead are trolling us. Yeah.
I am missing 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. I am missing 75 hit points.
All right.
I don't know how many charges that is.
So cure moderate is 2d8 plus 1 per caster level.
So it'll be...
So, how many charges to bring me to full, would you say, Wuten?
Okay, so 2d8. That is 10 average. Cure moderate is the second level spell.
Yes.
So 13 average. So 13, so 75 divided by 13. 6 casts will get you up to full.
Right, I will use 6 cast.
That's good to me. All right. So, I guess that's that then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one
Your
now.
first trial completed. Congratulations.
Well, damn. Now I'm just wondering what the rest of this is going to be. So,
I wonder if I'll be able to see the next one.
again, we really need. There's got to be something we can do. Either that, or we got to find something. Or rest, and maybe you can see again after we rest. To be honest, maybe a rest would probably be a good idea. This corner is now probably quote unquote safe, and time seems to be flowing in an odd way. So maybe we can just rest real quick.
Don't forget, all things considered, y'all solved that without combat per se.
Mm-hmm.
That ended with diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. Mayhaps that's possible with the other.
Ways to solve the other ones other than through sheer force of violence. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
And you remember back at the beginning of the entrance, like at the beginning of the forest, that trail of gold. Mayhaps that leads to another one.
I, in my infinite wisdom, can already tell that it would be the sin of God.
Or maybe it's just maybe it's like the a trail. You know what I mean? And that the trail is leading to the trial itself.
So
Yeah,
if I
fair.
might, so if we do go back that way, if I might make a suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
if we follow that trail of gold, no touchy,
That's fair.
Agreed.
no
It's just-
touchy.
It's just like the Cave of Wonders.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Actually, it's well put.
So I guess that's probably where we would head next then, since we probably now we kind of have a strange understanding of what's going on here. I would say that's what we should do next then.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Would
Oh, also, I'm sorry,
me-
Every gold piece you pick up adds a +1 to the next boss's attack.
Something. Yeah, exactly.
I
God
picked
damn
up
it.
160. Well,
Well,
Doop-de-doop-de-doo.
I'm missing 31 HP. Do you want to hit me with that?
oh yeah, totally. That'll just be.
That'll be
another-
so 31.
It'd be
31 divided by 13. That'll be 3
I forgot.
Three charges.
damage.
So,
to get you up to full.
and just so you guys know, we have 8 of these wands still from that big mage brawl.
Each one is how many
Awesome.
charges?
13 HP per charge.
and 50 charges each. So
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I see. We'll be okay.
yeah, we've got pocket clerics. We're fine.
Pocket cleric.
It's a new
Always
band
good
name.
to have. Pocket cleric. There you go. All right. Well, if we have our plan, I guess we might as well do that. So
All right.
let's head that way. Would you like us to walk it, Wuten, or will you just take us over there?
I can make your all's way over there. Zayne, while we're making our way downtown, could you make me a perception check?
Sure can.
We're off to see the wizard and beat his fucking ass.
Ooh.
Damn,
All
nice.
right. So, as we pass number 23, you hear the voice again. This time, you can make out whose voice it is. Let me just... Where the fuck did I put it? There we are.
Oh, her.
Hey!
Condrea.
Hmm.
That was the voice we heard coming from the 23, I believe.
That is the voice that
Or in that
Zayne
direction.
heard coming from the 23.
Did she
Well,
die?
fair. No, she's still alive.
Oh,
She'd been
I think, cut and healed multiple times by the people that had her captured, but we managed
Yeah.
to
They
save
were
her.
bastards. So we eviscerated all of them.
Good times.
I do remember that. I think I like etherealed my way into her cage or something and like helped
Just-
protect her and get her out.
So is her voice coming back the way you were coming, or
It was coming from, if you look over here, it was coming from this general direction.
okay?
You wouldn't be able to tell the direction, but you know that you're heading back, so you would be passing by that area where you were blinded, or at least nearby that area. So
I will notify the party and say maybe that direction might be worth inspecting.
Do you want to go now, or do you want to continue down the path of gold? I
bet
kind
they
of have
both-
been leading us, so I'm happy to let someone else. I'm sorry,
No,
Andy, I
it's-
cut you
it's-
off.
You're fine.
No, it's fine. My guess is that both paths will lead to a trial one way or the other.
Sure.
Let's-
I just
let's
wanted
do
to
the-
leave it up to you guys because I kind of just had my moments.
So this one with the gold is furthest back. So let's try and manage this one first, and then we
Sure.
can make our way back around.
Yep. All right. Sounds like a plan. So we will look down this path of gold, and we will start down it, avoiding touching any of the gold.
Mhm.
Hawkeye.
Oh, stay with me, Zayne.
I'm coming. I'm just sorry.
Take your time.
IRL me is blowing my nose.
Oh, it's like, you guys. It's like, oh, right, sorry, blind fish.
shit.
My bad.
Well, hopefully you'll start healing over time.
Hopefully. Now I have literal dark vision.
Got
Got them.
them.
Wait, stop right there. Don't touch the gold. Step
Not
where I
touching.
step. Because you can't see. There you go. Okay. Very good. We have a fork. Do you want us to go to
Yeah.
11 or the other way?
I'm
Well,
going,
let's-
I want to go around the corner here, and I'm taking a look. So
Let's follow the path. Let's keep following the path of gold.
okay. Is there any gold down that way? Because I can't see from here.
Nope, dead end.
Okay, so we are going to be going this way then, following the gold.
Towards the 75, yes.
I will make a perception check as I come into this
Yeah.
area,
Eh,
as we follow the gold.
mhm.
I will do the same thing for hearing.
Oh shit! I forgot. Okay, so back when you guys were at the statues and everything, after
Yes.
Alvor, after you picked up the little fragment of the thing, the noises of the forest returned to what Zeal would call normal. So the wind was blowing through the trees normally. You heard birds chirping, wind blowing through the underbrush, little creatures moving through, etc. It sounded like a proper forest.
Okay.
So,
So when you
Oh,
picked it
wow.
up, all the sounds just came back. Got
just
it.
came back. Yeah.
So Zayne made a perception check, then I made one, and now Alvor has made. We're just kind of checking everything as we walk along, I assume.
Mhm.
Looking at the gold, looking at the surroundings, the trees. Anything of note, or shall we continue?
Just the occasional, just the occasional glint of gold. Other than that, the forest is once again quiet in this area. By the way, it is silent, just like the other areas before it.
We are approaching another trial then. Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
So we are going to continue along then.
Mm-hmm.
I will now move over and around this corner and look around. Okay, I'm going to move to the intersection now. Boop. And I'm going to look. There's a dead end there. And there is a massive pile of gold
All right,
there.
Zeal.
Okay.
As you turn to look at the sight before you, you are awestruck. You've seen a dragon horde in the dwarven ruins. There was a horde that
Dragon's horde.
red dragon had. Yes.
Yeah.
This,
I remember.
that horde pales in comparison to the ocean of gold coins before you. It's littered with coins, jewels, jewelry, fancy, what's it? Like a fucking fancy drinking cup, a goblet. Yeah, that's what it's called. Fucking
A stein.
And as you stare across this ocean of gold, you feel almost drawn to it. It's like, oh my, by the gods, where did this come from? And I need you to make a will save as you make your way.
Does this count as an enchantment?
No.
Okay.
Wait, 1 second. Let me double check. It might be. I need to...
That's why I was asking, because I thought this sounds a lot like what an enchantment.
Yes, it is an enchantment. Yes.
So I get
compulsion
an additional
specifically.
bonus. I get an additional bonus on my saving throw then.
All right.
Can I aid another?
Alvor, as you turn the corner and you see the gold,
Derp.
you're in the same position that he is. Both of you have to make will saves.
Can he do a swift action to give a command to remind us not to touch the gold to give us a +2 to our saving throws?
You can everyone remember, don't touch the gold. What's your normal authoritative command bonus?
I thought it was 2. Yeah, 2. Thank you.
It's 2? Okay. You can give everyone a +1 because you got cut off mid-sentence as you turn towards this ocean. All right.
Pretty.
Ooh. All right, Zeal. Enchantment compulsion. Will save.
Oh, damn it. I mean, Zeal is not normally a very materialistic person. He uses the gold because he knows everybody else, like... I mean, he uses it to get the magic items to make him stronger to fight things, but, like, he personally doesn't care normally.
This is true,
this is
but this is magic, and this is incredible. Who could have amounted such a collection of this sort of thing? And
so much of
Alvor,
this could get us anything we needed to fight the dragon.
Alvor, as you this way, as you make your way, you let go of Zayne's hand.
Hey, what's going on? I'm like feeling along like the wall.
Feeling along the tree trunks.
Hurry up! Do we get another saving throw?
So, Zayne, do you call out to them like, "Hey, wait, what's going on?"
Yeah, I do. Like, hey, slow down. What's happening?
You see them walking towards the gold.
Oh,
wait, no, you don't.
He's blind.
Call out. As they wade, they're starting to wade into the gold.
Hang on, I might. Hang on.
You heard him say, "Don't touch the gold."
That's right.
Don't touch the
Am I able to interpret that that there is. Did someone announce that there's a shitload of gold?
I believe Zeal did while he was walking towards
Okay.
it.
I said something along the lines of, so much gold, we could get anything we needed to fight the dragon.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could use Bardic Escape on us and just put us elsewhere.
I don't know
If
where
he-
to move anybody. The thing about magic is that you need to see where you're casting it most of the time.
You could try. You could maybe just a diplomacy check to reason with us.
Just
Or
call
dispel
out
magic.
to them. Yes, call
Yeah,
out
do
to
something.
them.
Yeah, I'll probably be like, hey, we agreed, no touching any of the gold. If you do, you will be no better than the dragons we are trying to slay.
Roll that diplomacy.
Do we get Unshakable Zeal's bonus? Whenever a target fails a save, you get +4 morale bonus on the next attempt at the failed check.
This would be
within a
that
round,
next attempt at the
so.
failed check, plus that bonus. Unshakable Zeal.
+1 for half of the authoritative command.
Yeah, the authoritative command.
Sweet.
So it should
And
be
Zayne, I'm assuming that was
21.
diplomacy?
That was Zane's diplomacy, and this is
And,
now your
would I be-
retried will save.
Okay.
Would you be opposed if I used swift action to start a song?
Go ahead.
To
What
sing,
kind of song?
don't touch
Ooh.
that fucking gold.
Don't touch that fucking gold. No.
Fire heroics.
But the thing that word came from,
Or so help me.
So help me. God damn it.
Inspire heroics for a +4 to your saving throw.
+40?
4.
4.
Okay. Sweet.
That would be a lot.
Is
Yeah,
that
I would
what
have
kind of
that up all-
what kind of save is that? What kind of save is that? Inspire heroics.
Check.
Morale.
I
Competence?
feel it's morale. I have to check.
Sacred. Let's see.
Come on,
Inspire
computer, load it.
heroics. +4 morale bonus on saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does not stack with Unshakable Zeal. It is also a morale bonus, so.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's another use of music. Boop.
All right.
Okay.
So Unshakable Zeal. Yay! You snapped out of it. As you so as you come to, you are about knee deep in this giant golden ocean of gold. And you finally come to.
That was close.
Did Alvor also?
Oh yeah, did I save?
Yeah.
I
you
had a
did.
19. Oh yeah, cool.
You got a 30 total. Yeah, you're good.
Shit, that was a lot. That was close.
So
Yeah.
both of you
I feel like we would have
see
kept
that
waiting until we drown in it.
Yeah, so both of you see that you're about knee deep in gold. About 30 feet from where you had originally remembered.
Oh, not this again. This is like that Eye of Morgalla losing track of where you are.
Oh, speaking of losing track of where you are,
Oh! we rush back to Zayne.
Turns to look at him. He's just like holding on to a tree trunk. He's just like, speaking of losing track. Oh, man. So, as you... okay.
Is there something buried in the gold right there?
At least we can laugh through our sacred trials.
This is true.
Is there something buried in the gold right here? Or
It doesn't
So-
matter. It's not important. Shut up.
So I will
Not
say
important.
that as you complete the as you succeeded the saving throw and prevented yourself from wading into the ocean of gold, another altar appears before you. This one, let me turn this just slightly here. 1 second. There we go. That way the stairway is like the way that it would be. Yeah, there we go.
You have touched the ruby.
Oh wait, no. Shit. 1 second.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let me just get this out of the way.
Man, we totally need ourselves a carpet of flying now.
A broom.
There you go.
That's
Alright.
true. You do have a broom.
It ascended from the ocean of gold and like.
It did ascend from the ocean of gold, and it does, in fact, have a second fragment of whatever the last
the
altar
Triforce.
had.
Cool.
Well, the Triforce.
Oh my god.
The Septiforce?
Subdiforce. So while Alvor goes to do that, I hold on to Zayne. So.
There you go.
Yes, touch nothing
Well,
but
and-
the fragment.
Yeah.
Touch nothing but the fish.
I'll have a
right.
hand on like his shoulder or his side or something like that.
Does this one have a particular color? Look distinctive in any way?
It not yet. It does look like it's from the same hole as the other fragment, but it looks like it might be from a different location on the hole. It's like one's might be on one side, the other one that you just picked up might be on the other.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Anything down? Should we go down this way? Do we go that way?
We could take a quick look.
Let's take a quick
I
look.
can look for you.
I'll just scoot down there and see what's up.
It is a dead end from the looks of it.
Okay. Let's
Do
go.
we want to swoop back up to that area where I was hearing the voice?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
All
probably the
right.
next best move.
All right. I will slide y'all back
left.
over here.
Shall we head due up?
I think it was to the right.
Was it?
Oh wait.
Yeah, it was up the
it's
path with 23.
this way.
I can't. I'm just a filthy human. I have no dark vision. I can't see 20. Okay, let's go.
Yep, over this way.
Well,
Zoop. Almost got
So
ahead.
I will continue on ahead as I have been.
before we
Just
go,
let me know when
any-
you want to take over fish. When you want me to take over fish duty, Alvor. Just
So
let me know.
everybody gather around me real quick.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna good hope up. Since that's an area effect, I'm gonna center it on myself just so we can have +2 on just about
Basically.
everything, specifically for the sake of having our saving throws better.
All right.
Because I think Zayne would have been able to tell that there was some compulsionary effects happening.
That makes sense to me.
This will last just shy of 20 minutes.
Sweet. Sounds good.
yeah.
No, I'm ready to proceed.
Good hope it up. All right, cool. So forward we will go then. Back in the direction where Zayne got blinded.
Mm.
And I will probably have said that who it was, the girl that we saved before.
Okay. There is a way to go left, and there is a way to go right. We can go back the direction where you were blinded if you'd like. That one is to the right.
Mm.
Yeah, we might as well.
All right, we'll head that way then.
It's not like it was the direction that blinded.
That is true. Hey man,
Nice.
I'm sorry. I take the blame.
No, it's fine. Here's the thing. When I heard that this place was magical and there's like dragon representatives, I expected magic out the wazoo, like back with the meteor in
Inspired.
Inspired Down, yeah. So
Fair.
I expected that, but I was also not expecting to nat 1 on a fortitude save to not be blinded.
Yeah, that was kind of the yeah.
The catch-22, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. I just wish I knew some kind of like weird key magic thing where I could just punch you in the right spot and then
And when you think about it, in all strangeness, it actually benefited us in that previous trial.
Mhm.
You're right,
So-
because you couldn't see it. So
Yeah.
Hey.
pretty good.
Funny how shit works out.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Still ended up having a benefit.
I would
so
have
I'm gonna
nat
keep
1
walking
that.
forward.
That's where the nat 1 would have been.
See? Yeah. Alright, so
Ironic.
this way.
Ironic.
And then I'm gonna look up this way.
I love diplomacy, Che. I love the
Yeah.
Republic.
Jesus.
Damn it. I think this way. We're gonna go bottom path.
Chancellor
It looks like it curves around though.
Chancellor Coralyn.
Good, he's learning.
Do it.
Okay. So
Oh,
stop.
I'll stop right there then.
Stop. Yeah, right there. Right there. So once again, I fucking keep forgetting to mention this. When you took the fragment from the greed area, like all the gold, the sounds of the forest came back just like in the envy location.
And now they're fading again.
And now they're fading once more as you cross this area here.
Oh, I guess this is a
And
place.
Zeal, and
Yes.
Alvor, I need you both to... Actually, all three of you roll perception.
Okay.
This'll work nicely.
You get +2s
Plus twos?
from
Quest twos.
Good Hope. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
All right. And so we will find out what you heard next time on Champions of Narr'tor.
Next
Alright.
time.
Nice.
All right then. Well,
It's
there we
good
go.
shit. Yeah.
It's good.
Good start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I would,
Excellent work, y'all. I was a little bit worried in the envy room, but
Yeah.
with that display by Zeal, managed to convince his deity of his intentions. That was good. That was good
He's,
shit.
as of the moment, probably having to put that existential dread somewhere in a box in his head until it opens up later and he has a fucking conniption fit.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Conniption
Perfect.
fit later. Trials now.
Yeah.
exactly.
So
There's-
my
There's
pla-
no time for existential dread.
Basically.
So what my plan was going to be was I was all for trying to convince, but I was gonna think, oh god, if Zeal's that damaged, I'm just gonna put a bunch of earth elementals in the thing's way while
Mhm.
we think of a plan of action.
Fair.
But then I was like, hold on, no, we can end this now. Rather,
That
that's
makes
what was
sense.
going on in Zayne's mind.
Mhm.
No, that makes sense.
Like, this is
So-
Zeal's god. We cannot show hostility.
Mhm. And that was a good move on your part. There was also, I will say, I was a little bit worried when y'all didn't go for the greed one first, because that was kind of my introduction to. It's a simple little trial, but
Mhm.
it gives you like the basic
Yeah.
premise here. And
So,
then I was like,
the other
oh
part-
god, they're going for envy. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I wasn't ready for this. Oh
So-
boy.
Like it.
The other thing was, to be fair on that end, it took us like probably 20 minutes in for me to remember. Oh wait, there's gonna be sin trials,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I forgot about
Yeah.
that when we passed and I didn't realize that until like we were way gone from the gold.
Yeah. I was like,
Fair enough.
cool. Oh boy. Okay, they're going for this one. Okay, but you managed to pull through just fine, and wow, that was
I enjoyed
that was a
That's
session.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was really fucking good. But we'll see what the next trial has in store. We've heard a couple of disembodied voices calling out to Zayne, and now we'll see if we can figure out what these voices are, where they're coming from, and what could this next trial possibly be. So, until next time, I hope all of the viewers here enjoyed watching, and as always, y'all have a good one, and we will see all of you in the next live stream.
Ciao, y'all.